Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Planning Advisory Committee meeting for the town of Quispamsis for Tuesday, September 24th. That being, move on to item 2. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda, please? Mr. Bishop?
So moved.
Have a seconder on that?
I'll second that, Mr. Chair.
Thanks, Brent. Can we have a vote on that, please? That motion's carried unanimously. With that being, we'll move on to item 3, disclosures of interest. None being, we'll move on to item 4. Can I have a motion to approve the previous minutes? Is there any amendments? So first, sorry. Can I have a motion to approve previous minutes? Mr. Guest?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I have a seconder on that? Brenda?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any changes? None being, we have a vote on that, please. Thank you. That motion's carried unanimously. We'll move on to item 5, business arising from minutes. Can I have a motion to receive and file, please? Oh, Jennifer? No? Okay. Brenda?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, Brent. That being, can we have a vote on that, please? That motion's carried unanimously also. That being, we'll move on to item number 6, unfinished business. None being, we'll move on to item 7, new business. Item 7A, 304 Model Farm Road. Could the applicant come up to the podium, please? And state your name for the record.
Mike Lockery.
Mike Lockery. We're going to have Jennifer introduce that item for us. Jennifer?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and through you to the committee members. Before you is an application for a garden suite, also known as a home, at 304 Model Farm Road. This is a rural lot that contains 20,222 square meters of area, so well within the requirement of 5,350 square meters. The garden suite is a permitted use under Section 6W1 of Zoning Bylaw 38. There are a list of provisions that have been provided in the staff report. All of these provisions have been met by the applicant. There is no requirement for a variance of any sort. The reason it's before you is that it is a discretionary use and does require the approval of the Planning Advisory Committee. I'm available to answer any questions if the committee have any. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Locker, you would have received the same package we did in the mail. Is there anything that you'd like to add or discuss prior to members of PAC or members of the public asking you some questions?
No, I've reviewed and agree with the package.
Perfect. Any members of PAC have any questions for the applicant? Brenda?
Just a quick one. This unit is going to have its own septic system,
Correct.
but will use your well,
Yes.
but it has its own electric meter for,
No, I have a 400 amp entrance into the house,
Okay.
so we will go underground to the dwelling from my house.
okay, and you'll pay their bill through?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Can I move in?
My father-in-law, he's good to me. We'll be good to him.
Awesome, thanks.
Any other questions for the applicant from members of PAC? None being, anyone online or in the audience willing to speak for or against this item? Is there anyone online or in the audience willing to speak for or against this item? Third and final time, is there anyone in the audience or online willing to speak for or against this item? None being, would a member of PAC like to put a motion for or against with terms and conditions, please? Brent?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the following motion. Planning Advisory Committee approve discretionary use garden suite under Section 25B1C of Zoning Bylaw number 038 in accordance with Section 6W-1 of the same bylaw at 304 Model Farm Road, BID 303-31854, subject to the following terms and conditions. 1, potable water service will be provided to the garden suite by way of an underground connection from the main dwelling. All work associated with this connection must be completed by a professional plumber who is licensed with the province of New Brunswick. 2, electrical power will be provided to the garden suite by way of an underground connection from the main dwelling. All work associated with connection must be completed by a professional electrician who's licensed with the province of New Brunswick. 3, an on-site septic installation permit issued by the Department of Justice and Public Safety is submitted to the town prior to the issuance of a building permit. The building containing the garden suite must be constructed to the National Building Code of Canada, current edition. The exterior finish of the garage is to be cladding recognized by the National Building Code of Canada, current adopted edition. 6, the property owner must reside on the property with one of the dwelling units being their primary source of residency. 7, the property should not be divided to create a flag lot for the garden suite. 8, if the property is transferred to a different owner, the same PAC conditions apply to the garden suite and the property that's amended by the Planning Advisory Committee. 9, a building permit is issued to the town prior to any construction being commenced. And 10, the garden suite is only to be used for residents, no home-based business.
Thank you, Brent. Can I have a seconder on that, please? Mr. Guest?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any debate on that? None being, oh, Brenda, no? Oh,
When I was reading number 5, it said the siding of the garage, it should be the garden suite.
okay. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. With that being, can we take a vote on that, please? Did you get that? Perfect. That motion's carried unanimously. In 5 to 7 business days, you have our letter in the mail. Please work with the town to have all necessary paperwork and documentation in place, and best of luck.
Thank you very much for
You're
your time.
welcome. Thank you.
Good night.
With that being, we'll move on to item 7B, 175 Hampton Road. Could the applicant please come up to the podium and state your name for the record, please?
Hi, I'm Gurwan Singh.
What was it?
I'm Gurwan Singh.
Okay. Jennifer, you want to introduce this item for us?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and through you to the committee members. Before you is an application. Actually, we have reviewed an application from 175 Hampton Road, this very exact location, 103 and 104. I believe it was early last year. And it was for a restaurant takeout restaurant with a cell phone accessory store. So since then, the business model has changed, and now they would wish to operate a full-service restaurant, which is a discretionary use in the bylaw. So we will need approval from the Planning Advisory Committee so that they can operate a full-service dining that does have a dining room license associated with it. So all restaurant uses within our commercial zones are discretionary, so it provides the Planning Advisory Committee an opportunity to provide terms and conditions associated with it. The staff have no concerns. We did send out notification to landowners within 50 meters, and no concerns have been received at that time. I'm open to any questions. Thank you.
You would receive the same package we did in the mail. Is there anything you'd like to add or discuss prior to members of PAC or the public asking some questions?
No, that package is good. Like,
You're good? Okay. Any members of PAC have any questions for the applicant? Brenda?
When are you going to open?
we are planning to open pretty soon. Like planning to open in 2 to 3 weeks, as we are already late. Like we crossed our opening date, and we got behind on the construction. So now we already like our rent date is already started. So we want to like go through all the inspections first, and construction work is like completing in a week or so. And after that, we will go through the food inspector, all the food inspection. And after that, we will decide a opening date in 10 to 15 days.
I'm excited.
Any further questions for the applicant from members of PAC? Is there anyone in the audience or online willing to speak for or against this item? Is there anyone in the audience or online willing to speak for or against this item? Third and final time, is there anyone in the audience or online willing to speak for or against this item? None being, would a member of PAC like to put a motion for or against with terms and conditions? Mr. Guest.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll put forward the motion that the PAC approve the use of a licensed restaurant dining room license under section 12B1F to permit Atlantic Indian Restaurant to be a full-service restaurant with dining room liquor license at 175 Hampton Road, PID 243204, subject to the following terms and conditions. Number one, compliance with all provincial requirements associated with the operation of establishment holding a lounge liquor license. Number two, a copy of the dining room license be provided to the town for our records. Number three, all of the terms and conditions of approval as a discretionary use remain in effect and unaltered. And number four, the requested development agreement noted in the original notice of decision dated December 12th, 2023 be executed within 90 days of this approval.
Thank you, Mr. Guest. Can I have a seconder on that, please? Brent?
I'll second that, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Any debate on that motion? You good?
I would like to,
Oh, go
thank you,
ahead.
Mr. Chair. I just wanted to note that number one does say holding a lounge liquor license. That should read dining room liquor license. So if we could make that amendment, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, yep, we can amend that. Yep. Is that okay? Thank you. That being, can we have a vote on that, please? That motion's carried unanimously. In 5 to 7 business days, you have a letter in the mail with your approval. So please work with the town to have all necessary documentation and in place and work with the liquor licensing board to apply, get your liquor license. So congratulations and best of luck in the future. Good luck. Hopefully it works out. You're welcome. You're welcome. With that being, we'll move on to item 8. No items are there for discussion. So now we'll move on to item 9, adjourn. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Mr. Bishop.
So moved.
Can I have a seconder on that, please? Brenda.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Meeting has been adjourned for Tuesday, September 24th. Thank you very much.